Aries rising. This new moon in Aries is taking place in your first house of body, self-identity, the way that you meet the world. This new moon is a very personal beginning point. There is a new activation going on. You may well feel this within your own body, this sense of, I can't sit still, I need to move into the new. Taurus rising, all of this Aries new moon energy is taking place in your 12th house of the subconscious. Do you need to take the time to honor your own body, to honor your own ability to rest and play? And what does playfulness look like to you? Are you allowing your inner child to express itself? Do you need to sit with your subconscious and see what comes up and work with that fire? This is a time for alchemy for Taurus risings. Gemini rising, new moon in Aries is taking place in your 11th house of community. These are the groups that you're a part of. There is a new beginning going on here about, where do I belong? That sense of belonging when it comes to society. What am I feeling passionately that I want to start right now? Do I want to be part of a new exercise team, for example, or a sports team? Cancer rising, there is a new beginning here at this new moon in Aries in your 10th house of career and public roles. This one is a very public new beginning for you. Where are you sharing passionately all of your new ideas with a sense of longevity? What are you in for the long haul, and what are you saying goodbye to in terms of, I'm just not doing this anymore because it's not an authentic expression of what I want to offer in the world? Leo rising, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 9th house of higher wisdom, beliefs, spirituality, astrology. It can also be long distance travel. There is a real joy here for Leo risings about showing up in the world with a sense of curiosity and innate enthusiasm to really explore the hidden depths of meaning. Perhaps new teachers will come into your life, and perhaps you begin this idea of wanting to learn more and lapping up the idea of sharing ideas amongst your own, sharing your own ideas as a teacher yourself. Virgo rising, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 8th house. This is the hidden realm. This is an area where we sit with our fears, and also it's a house of soul contracts and karmic bonds, and there is a new beginning forged in fire to do with your soul contracts. And so are there endings perhaps taking place to allow for the birth of the new? And are there ways that you can put a plan in place to allow yourself to really follow through with endings and new beginnings? Libra risings, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 7th house. So whenever we get a new moon in our 7th house, this is much more connected to what's happening in our partner's lives, or a close friend's lives, a close, compadre in our lives. We will see through the eyes of the other what it is like to birth something new and something expressive. And we may even feel inspired to bring some of that inspiring expressive fire into our own lives, being inspired by these other people. This is watching other people really kind of take off and get into a new creative pursuit. Scorpio risings, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 6th house of health and well-being and daily routines. It's time to get serious about really enjoying some form of physical movement on a regular basis, being really creative, maybe joining a dance class, and really using your childlike artistic expression to really start to enjoy some of those more mundane sides of life, like having to brush your teeth and make your bed every day. Sagittarius rising, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 5th house of joy, creativity, and children. This is a great time to start dreaming up some new ideas of how is it that I have fun? What ways do I want to start to really enjoy myself? Perhaps you regularly walk in woodland, and that's beautiful, but now you really want something with a little bit more fire and enthusiasm. Maybe you want to take up a trampolining class, you know, maybe you want something with a lot more large movement, quicker movement, rapid activity moving into your house of fun and creativity. Capricorn rising, this one's taking place in your 4th house, a very private space. This is home, family, and soul tribe. This is the building that you live in, or the kind of container that you live in. And perhaps that container is starting to look like the wood burner. Where are you pouring your passions and your creativity into starting something new? Maybe this is a new decorating project, or a plan to go on a family holiday. Okay, Aquarius rising, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 3rd house of local neighborhood, communication, and siblings. Maybe you are striving out in your community, creating a real buzz around community culture. Maybe you are sharing more your ideas on social media. Maybe you are reading vivaciously. Maybe you're reading hot, steamy novels. Pisces rising, this new moon in Aries is taking place in your 2nd house of income. This is a work house and a financial house. This is also your sense of self-worth and your things and your kind of your likes and dislikes. So there's a lot here for Pisces rising about starting a new routine that encourages more blood flow, that encourages more passion and enthusiasm to rise to the surface. Maybe you are moving into a new area with your work and you are putting 110% in. Just bear in mind that, is it going to be sustainable for the long term, or is this a kind of flash in the pan?